Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's watch DeBelange versus Bonsai. It's so exciting that DeBelange came back. Like, he played... I think I talked about him before, but he was a very strong player in, like, the alpha and Kickstarter days. And sort of disappeared for a while, as did I, so I didn't really notice his absence, but when I came back, like, he hadn't been playing much. And actually, no, he left before I did. He was just like sitting on top of the leaderboard because nobody could touch him, or something like that. He was pretty good anyway. Maybe not that good, but... So it's cool to see him back here. I guess, are we winning the game with this Windsor click? We better be. Because all we have after it is like a splitter and 2 Tarsiers, right? No, we have drones. Well, dynamos. Gonna be tough to defend though, isn't it? Without losing any drones? Maybe if you hold a splitter you can do it, but 2 Teslas? Oof, I think we might have trouble firing this Windsor. Okay, never mind. Breach for Exactsies, huh? No, not even... Well, you can absorb onto Fibroid and still attack for everything. And opponent has no Teslas left, but... They have more attack than we do? Post-Windsor? And similar economy? I don't know. Kneel. Base plus 5, 60 seconds. It would be really cool to be able to get, like, Scorch, then Comet, then Bomber, but that doesn't seem very likely. Not Proto. Plexo makes Comet substantially worse. But it's also kind of bad against Tesla. I don't have the Bro Fist, so sorry. There you go, you can have this one. Did I say Tesla? I meant Scorch. Plexo is bad against Scorch because you can just hold it. So, I don't know. I think we kind of want a 3rd NG because there's like these 2 pretty good soak units and Bombarder, or Comet, which like wants high econ also. And like actually Husk is like okay soak, it's fine. The only reason you wouldn't want 3rd NG is Scorch, I think. And I think I can do without. I think I can handle like mono Scorch, so to speak. Scorch into Comet will be a bit awkward, but I can Plexo that, probably. Opponent mirrors, fine. So what do you think? Triple D A? Can I do that? Is that legal? That's legal. I'd love some Scorches. Opponent's getting there first with DDA. That's probably correct. Even though they have to cut a drone for it. Oh, just Comet me, huh? Come at me, bro. Haha. I don't think I can really justify an Animus here. Opponent has a pretty reasonable Comet, although... If I don't threaten my own Comet, I think they'll just get, like... Double Scorch Splitter and make me look silly. So let's say I threaten the counter Comet. That's this, right? This seems fine. And they don't actually get the Comet, so... Well, sorry, they do get the Comet, so I don't get one. So like in that context, I could try a bomber. In response to their Comet. And if they don't get Comet, I think I can get my own plus like just waste the blue. Kind of sucks, but... No, I probably... yeah. I think being able to respond to Comet with Bomber is so good that this is worth doing, even though it means I waste the blue if they don't Comet, because I think they should. Now, like, okay, how much do they threaten here? They threaten to buy as many as 11 more NGs. Plus the 5 they have is 16. I'm absorbing 3. I have 3. That's 6. I need 10 more defense. That's like wall plexo. So I don't need another conduit. I can, in fact, drone NG into this if I want. And they'll probably build less than that because I think if they choose not to absorb, I think I'm okay with just clicking this bomber, in fact. Yeah, if they don't wall, I'm clicking bomber, for sure. Okay, so this Tarsier can be, in fact, a Scorch, then, because I only need 2 of my green, right? Because that wall costs them... They can only bring 9 NGs, is 14. I have 4. 1 plexo is 8. 2 walls is 6 more for 14. That's cutting it a bit close, but I can husk. Okay, that seems fine. Wall, plexo, husk. That is a legal spend of my resources. Maybe I can get a Tarsier or something. I don't need to count that out. Okay, and they got a wall, so I'm holding the bomber anyway. Just get another Tarsier? Yeah? Probably a little too soon for the counter Comet. Do I want another Bombarder right now? Yeah, because I can swing with both of them and then swing with one and hold the other next turn. Which is when they'll be threatening with these Scorches. Should this Tarsier be a Scorch? Probably, right? I'm not using the green. Well, I might want it for Plexos soon. I don't have a lot of green lying around, so fine. Obviously, the shock of these bombers doesn't matter to them too much, but it's still good to get them out there as soak. Do I want another bomber? Yeah, I'm only going to hold one of them. Okay, so they're threatening like 6. Call it like 9 or something. Maybe 10. If I hold one Bombarder, that's 3. This is 5. Plexo Husk, and then I can continue buying bombers. And I'll NG as well, just in case. I feel pretty good about my spot here. I would love to find a spot to buy a Comet, but that'll be after like I have some bomber tempo going. If ever. Oh, and they're like not even gonna threaten any damage at all. They're gonna hold the Scorches, actually. Right? I think so. Because clicking 2 Scorches to deal 3 damage is just not worth it. So I can maybe, like, click this and buy a wall if I want? To cash this in so I have more soak lying around for when they decide inevitably not to click the Scorches. That might be too greedy. Just hanging on to it is fine, I think. When they next click, I'll have this Bombarder lying around. That's like 716 defense. Do I even need that much? No. So cut this and get a drone. 712. That much I wouldn't mind having. Plus like a Plexo or a Husk or something. Well, I can't help but give them Plexo value, there is that. Well, wait. Could I hold all my bombers? That doesn't seem very good. I'm already holding 1, I don't think I should hold 2 more, but it's a consideration. So say I do this, right? I don't really want to Plexo, but I can Force Field a Husk. This defends, and then I can get another bomber. Given that I'm doing all of this, what about this? Deny them 2 value? In exchange for giving up some tempo? I don't think I need the tempo because they're going to attack with the Scorches here. And then suddenly they just have like 3 or 4 attack. Plus they're gonna try to buy a bomber, I guess. That's 7. I'll have an NG, and that's sort of it. A couple Husks. Well, and obviously the bomber that I'm holding, but... I think I want to have 4 more soak lying around. I think that's worth giving them to absorb. But I could be wrong. And it's not just 4 more soak, right? It's 4 more soak next turn and the turn after. Because I'll be clicking another bombard. Really? Why did you... I thought for sure these 2 Blast Forges said they wanted a bomber. Maybe they just realized they can't get it? If so, the second forge was very poor. Just buying these walls sucks. Sucks a lot. I guess I didn't need the extra soak. I don't know. Maybe if I had not clicked the bomber, maybe they could have gotten a bomber or something, and then I would be in a little bit of trouble. It's real tough to buy those Scorches, buddy. Husk? Husk? Get a husk! I don't have any husks. I would show him a husk if I could. There it is. No. What? This drone is way worse than a husk, I'm pretty sure, in every universe. I just get my own husk and a bomber and a Gauss cannon. Like, I can afford this Gauss cannon, right? Yeah, they're not threatening anything anytime soon. I have these 2 bombers expiring. I didn't even need the husk. Well, I did, because they could choose to absorb onto the Rhino. And then I would be losing my bomber. Seems pretty tough for them to do, but they could try. Yeah, they still get full absorb even if I hold everything. Let's just get another... I don't want Plexos. Let's just get granularity for this Scorch business that's coming up soon. I don't even need granularity. Do I need Soak? Yeah, this is actually the amount of granularity that I want. Let's just get a drone, and then I can husk next turn instead of NG. Spend next turn's red to gain $1. Sort of. I can defend with just what I already have, I'm pretty sure. They're losing like 1 attack, so this is still staying a bit granular. Now they resign. Yep, called it. All right, pretty comfortable win, I think. More points than I would have expected for what seemed like a pretty poor line. I thought maybe my opponent was... I mean, I played against Neil, and I guess Neil has these, like, I've played a lot badges. But I thought they must be, like, sort of low-rated, because the line didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm glad that they went for the Comet, because I think I was super, super prepared. Like, these 2 Blast Forges are... What exactly to say about these 2 Blast Forges? I talked during the game about, like, why I was buying them and why I felt bad about them. They're sort of like buying insurance, right? Not exactly insurance. That's not the right way to describe it. I guess it's another case of like the cake slicing thing, where you want to present your opponent with 2 kind of equally good choices rather than a good one and a bad one. Ideally, like, you want the best choice you offer your opponent to be as bad as possible. And this Blast Forge gives me 2 options next turn. I can Comet. If they don't buy Comet, I should Comet. If they do buy Comet, I shouldn't. You know, counter Comet pretty much always loses. You can do a much later counter Comet. I had so much Soak, I could maybe have squeezed one in sometime. Probably there was a good spot for it, in fact. That would have been better than what I did. But anyway, like, if they Comet, I shouldn't. And if they Comet, what exactly do I want? A Bombarder would be great, because it is a big absorber. that later can attack, and furthermore threatens to attack immediately, forcing them to build a wall instead of 2 NGs. Right? So the Bombarder is good against Comet. But if they don't Comet, Bombarder kind of like really sucks. So that's why I felt bad about this second Forge. Is that it gives my opponent the option to not Comet me. And say, oh, you know what, Alan's ready for a Forge, for a Comet. Let's just do something else. And I would probably be floating blue, because I'd be buying a Comet and a bunch of NGs, basically, right? Maybe a wall. Maybe this is fine, because I can get Comet Wall against their, like, Splitter Tarsiers or something, but it still seems pretty crummy. So I don't know. I think that my opponent's Comet might have been the wrong response. Because I set myself up to be pretty ready for Comet. And the set really rewards, like, defending rather than... Like, okay, yeah, Comet is good, and I would have gotten one if I could. But... it was also easy to defend the Comet. And then they went with these Scorches, which, like, yeah, they do a good job of denying Absorb. But... in the meantime... I got all these bombers going to defend against the Scorches, and I didn't have to worry about you pressuring them. I could click them freely. I don't know. The Scorches were probably correct. But I think that opponent was sort of just losing by having invested all this energy, all this effort, not like energy, but effort, time, into building a big wall of NGs, when actually Bombarder is a better way to get Soak. Right, Comet is sort of a way to get a bunch of NGs. Like, you think of it as a way to deal a bunch of damage, and that's the only reason it works, is because it does a bunch of damage. It sort of says, okay, let's both defend for a bunch. You defend with whatever you want, and I'll defend with NGs. And then I'll wipe your defenders off the map. Like, that's a pretty good deal, right? But at the end of it, you spent 2 turns building a wall of NGs. And your opponent defended and built whatever they could in the meantime. If the defense is cheap enough, compared to NGs, then they can wind up ahead by using one of those 2 turns or more to build attackers. For example, if they can build like an Urban Sentry on the first turn, and use that as a defender on the second turn, followed by absorbers, or followed by being an attacker later, like they're kind of getting ahead. So in a way, Antima Comet is just a way to spend 2 turns on getting a ton of NGs and not have it be as bad as that normally is. If your opponent is not in a position to defend, of course, it's much better, because it like gets you a breach or makes your opponent make some big concessions. But if they can defend with only moderate concessions, it's just a way to say, hello, I'd like a few NGs. And your opponent has to say, okay, go ahead. So they invested all this time in this wall of engineers, while I invested in the much, much better Soak of Bombarder, right? Like 8 BBR for 10 value, right? That's like about 1 value per health if inflation didn't matter. Of course, normally it does, but here it didn't, right? The opponent has a bunch of NGs, killing them whenever is perfectly fine. Mattered a little, you know. If I could cash all the bombers in instantly, I wouldn't have to be force fielding or something, but not a big deal. Anyway, just, like, Bombarder is nuts, and you should buy it when you can, and it's great against a lot of things. So there you go, lesson of the day about Bomber. Well, ticket complete, and I think we're going to call it for this episode. A bit short, but still sort of a reasonable length, and I am trying to get a bit more of a backlog going, rather than recording everything the day before it goes live, which is a bit of a pressure to be under. So anyway, like I said, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.